Good afternoon. I'm Cadet Noah Sanchez, first squad leader for first squad, first platoon, Charger Company, 1-5 Infantry. And this is your brief for Operation Bobcat Lightning. So first I'll direct you to our task organization. So with our task to attack, to destroy Objective Phantom with the purpose of denying enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation. We're divided up into 3 teams. We have the Alpha Team, Bravo Team, and Gun Team. Our Alpha Team is our main effort with the task to attack to destroy the enemy mortar team on Objective Phantom with the purpose to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive operation with the key weapon systems of the M249 and the M320. Next we have our Bravo Team supporting effort with the task of support by fire and the purpose of enabling the main effort maneuver on the objective with the key weapon systems of the M249 and the M320. Next, we have the Gun Team with the task of support by fire and the purpose of enabling the main effort maneuver on the objective with the weapon system of the M249. Alright, so next we have our AO. We have the north, south, east, and west. Our northern boundary will be the 37th northing, southern boundary will be the 31st northing, eastern boundary will be the 17th easting, and our western boundary will be the 10th easting, going along right here. So then we have Objective Reaper located to the north. We have Objective Phantom in the south, and we have the High 9 coastal mountains to the east, all along here, and the Bainan River to the west, as well as Route Camaro to the north, going down here, and Phase Line Arctic going across south right here, and Phase Line Alaska right in the middle. And then we are located right here in AO Ronan. Okay. So as shown here, this river shows severely restricted terrain, as well as this whole mountainous region also being severely restricted terrain. As you can also see, there are many rivers going along the AO. So first we'll go over avenues of approach. So avenue of approach 1 moves towards the high-end mountains, and this route is considerably slower. However, this will allow us to have a favorable positioning to secure key terrain 2 and key terrain 1. This will then allow us to move on to our Objective Phantom right here. And then our avenue of approach 2 basically moves straight south from our patrol base into Objective Phantom. This navigates through a series of building clusters, such as one right here, but it offers a fast route. So now we'll look at our enemy avenue of approach. So they will most likely come from here and then go down south and go and disperse out. We will use avenue of approach 1 in order to maintain concealment and place us in a favorable positioning that will allow us to secure key terrain 1, which we'll use as its advantageous positioning to stage our forces accordingly. Securing the position of this key terrain is crucial for mission success. Now we'll look at the weather. So illumination will gradually decrease through the days of the mission, having low visibility throughout. The terrain will not be favorable due to low illumination, depending on whether or not the enemy has NVGs. Cloud coverage will also be extremely high, being around 99% throughout the duration of the mission, which could also hinder the effectiveness of aerial technology. Wind will be very low, so there will be no effective wind throughout the mission, allowing for deployment of UAS and rotary. So precipitation will be very high, so we can expect all these seasonal rivers and other rivers to be full, so to plan accordingly. Finally, humidity will be very high. With the lowest it will be 83%. This tells us that we need to be sure to bring enough water to mitigate any heat-related injuries that our soldiers can have. Looking at the composition of the enemy in a company analysis, we can see that this is a motorized infantry platoon having 90% of their company with 44 people. Looking at the company analysis of the enemy, we have 1st Platoon located in the center of our AO with a close proximity to Objective Phantom, as well as a platoon located at Tai Luang Air Base, and a platoon to the west of the river right here. While it's important to know where these supporting platoons are, our primary focus will be on 1st Platoon and specifically the mortar team right here. Okay, so now taking a look at our level, we can see the enemy has a squad positioned pretty close to the river, also in close proximity to Objective Phantom. So we can see that the mortar team is right here again, and this will be our primary focus. In addition, we can see the recon team located right here, with the key weapon system being the QJZ-89, which is comparable to the M2, and the QBZ-95, which is comparable to the M4. Their task is to disrupt enemy forces and a purpose of denying enemy influence. We presume that the mortar team will be oriented facing the southeast, and toward the Tai Luang Air Base upon initial movement. We will have to be aware of the enemy recon team located right here as well, and their main focus will be maintaining their concealment, so our positioning along the mountains will offer our own concealment for ourselves. And as you can see, the PP-87 mortars has a 5,700 meter radius encompassing the entire AO. Now looking at the platoon level analysis, the enemy is distributed into 3 squads. 3 squads with the headquarters being right here, attached to the recon team, screening the northeast, and the mortar unit in the south near Objective Phantom. Okay, so now friendly mission and intent. So the mission statement is Charger Company 1-5 Infantry disrupts enemy forces in AO Ronin in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion decisive objective. So the key tasks are to disrupt enemy operations, SINDEP, disrupt enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues of approach, retain maximal combat power, and avoid decisive engagements, and reconsolidate with 2nd and 3rd Platoon. So the end states for the terrain, primary, MSRs, and NATO Ronin are contested. So for enemy North Torbian forces in zone, disrupted without accurate knowledge of platoon composition or disposition. For civilian, minimize civilian casualties and collateral damage to infrastructure. And finally, to friendly platoon, reconsolidates at patrol base post. So for civilian, minimize civilian casualties and collateral damage. So located on the concept sketch, we can see second squad moves along the axis smash with the task of ambushing to destroy the enemy on objective Reaper with the purpose of disrupting enemy operations on route Camaro. And third squad along the axis fake with the task of suppressing enemy on objective Ghost and the purpose of deceiving the enemy of USF composition and disposition. Pending any further questions, this concludes my brief.